Today I took 3 trades, 3 losers. Um, this was a decent setup, I think, but these two were kind of not in my plan. And although it was a valid technical level, I don't know if I should have taken this, although I did see really good confirmations, and that's why I took it. I did. So come into today, I was inside relationship on TPO, inside on floor pivots, and also inside on cams. Actually, it wasn't inside on floor pivots. It was a higher, but the pivots were very narrow. So I was expecting some sort of breakout type of day. It did gap down yesterday, and then was rallying overnight. So I was really expecting more of a downside continuation into this low volume zone here. So my main plan for today was to short this low volume node here. It was a high volume node ledge, and that was kind of the upper edge of that ledge. Yeah, right here. So 47 was the upper, and then I had around, what was that, 38 as the lower portion of this zone here. So that was my plan, to short this area, and it aligned with yesterday's low and yesterday's value area low, or Friday's value area low, so I thought it was a good level to short here. What I ended up doing is taking 2 trades at POC here, which I'd have to admit wasn't in my plan, but I thought because it opened below value area, POC was a good place to short. So the first trade was pretty much right as market opened. It came right up to that high volume node ledge area and started rejecting. And I actually thought this was a pretty decent setup here. So it comes up, starts rejecting. I see that it's a delta divergence on the 20 range chart, and then there was a little P shape. Yeah, so it was a P shape there. Retest the P shape, starts rejecting again, and then I take it with 2 contracts because it's less than 5 points or right about 5 points in. And yeah, that's my two contract threshold. So I liked it. I thought it was a decent setup. Maybe I should wait for more confirmation, but because of the gap down, I thought, it's a decent place to get short, and I saw a good confirmation, so I took a short. I mean, there was really not much else. Yeah, I mean, P-shape and delta divergence. So there was that, and I took a short. And I initially liked how it was doing, but it came down to this level here at 27, and then it starts forming a hidden divergence here, along with a delta divergence on the 20 range, and a high volume 5-minute hammer, high volume 3-minute hammer, and so I didn't really like that. There's also selling imbalances down there. And then it comes back for a retest here, I think, and then it supports at that level and goes back up, forming another 20 range delta divergence here. So that was pretty much the end of the trade. I honestly should have, I think, put my stop over here at least, because that was the lower high and it broke the lows, but I didn't move my stop there. Maybe at least over there. I don't know. But I kept it up here, my original stop. So that kind of ruined my chances of de-risking. But this was on random news, I think, that came out of the Iran war, and it just suddenly started popping. Although, I mean, there were confirmations long here before it popped, but it just started rallying up like crazy. And I was thinking about putting my stop lower, but at this point I was already stopped out here, so yeah, got stopped out of news there. And then I was pretty much going to be done for the day, but of course I get enticed by this here. There's delta divergence forming here on the 20 range chart, and I'm looking to short. I just thought that there were a good amount of sellers coming in, but then completely ignored this delta divergence bullish here, and it makes the new highs. Bunch of delta here coming in. I see that there's a huge positive 1465 delta, but candle is negative. There's also a 1620 positive delta on the 2 minute, but is candle closes red. And I'm very patient with this, honestly. I really wanted a retest back up into these levels of high delta here, and I actually get that, and it starts rejecting, so I enter with one contract with a stop above the highs here. And my plan was that I would move my stop to here if it broke these lows. And I think it actually broke those lows, but it didn't go much anywhere after that. Yeah, so it did break the lows. I moved my stop to above this swing high, but just couldn't get past these lows, I guess. And it formed kind of a B shape here. Tested again, formed a delta divergence, and started going back up. There was a random drop there, but yeah, I ended up stopping out here. But then after I stopped out, it never really hit my original stop loss there. So it came close, but didn't hit my original stop, and formed a delta divergence on the 2 minute here, and then another one on the 2 minute here, and the same thing on the 20 range chart. Huge positive delta, but negative candle. So I tried it one last time here. Didn't go anywhere though, really. Just buyers absorbed and stopped me out again. So then I was done. So these two, should I have taken it? I don't know. Technically no, because my plan was to short in this area, not in this area. But yeah, I was just really enticed by the confirmations, I guess. Although the first one I think was pretty decent. Although my management could have been better, I could have moved my stop to above these swing highs. But besides that, I think this trade was really good. But these, I don't know, confirmations were good, but not in my plan, so I shouldn't have taken it, right?